Hi, I'm Steve Latham with Yale's Interdisciplinary Center for Bioethics, and I'm speaking today with Olya Kudina. Olya, tell us a little bit about your educational background.
So I've had a thorny path to bioethics. My first bachelor's and master's in international economics, and then I got into second master's in science and technology studies, which basically focused on how the society and technologies co-shape each other in numerous ways. But it did not really answer the more normative ethical questions I had about that. So I basically ended up doing a PhD in philosophy of technology.
And where did you do that?
I'm currently finishing my degree in the University of Twente in the Netherlands.
Right. So, and what are you working on there? What are you writing about?
I'm working on specifically how technologies also help to co-shape the normative intuitions, the norms and values that people have. And so in course of that, one of my prominent case studies was this chip that helps you to select the sex of your child prior to conception.
Mm-hmm.
And I thought, okay, there goes bioethics. And that's how I ended up also being affiliated with this field.
Oh, very good. So, what are you teaching while you're here?
Here, I'm teaching just that, basically. I'm teaching philosophy of technology and its relation to bioethics as well. Because when I took this course just last year in the Bioethics Institute, I felt like pretty much every course that I took had something to do with new technologies and how in view of them with their introduction in the medical practices, new ethical questions pop up. So how do we deal with that? And I felt like it would be really nice to have a course dedicated, like emphasizing the role of technologies, which is basically what my course is about.
Mm-hmm. And what are the philosophical resources that are related to philosophy of technology? What are the big themes from
there are
philosophy?
quite a few, but the approach that I'm endorsing is the technological mediation approach developed in conjunction with the American philosopher Don Ivey and specifically the Dutch philosopher Peter Paul Verbeek, who's also my supervisor.
Okay.
Which basically is an approach that shows you that technologies are not passive objects and they're not just active subjects when this relationship is mediated by technologies. So kind of there's no direct way to relate to the world or to access our practices, but technologies co-shape the way we perceive things and the way we ultimately act. Yeah.
Okay. So, and how are you finding the students in the Summer Institute?
The students are really great, and I'm really impressed by their level. They're very engaged, and they're asking very deep philosophical questions, even those of them who do not have the philosophical background. So I really have to be always prepared for what's coming next, and I learn a lot from them, and I hope I also get them something from my course.
Do you think teaching these students will affect your work?
Oh, definitely. I'm learning so much, and this is actually one of the best things that I love about the Summer Institute is the variety of backgrounds and the geographical scope of people who come here. You get such a huge variety of perspectives that it definitely has an impact on what I do that I hope I can incorporate once I go back to the Netherlands.
And how about your relationships with the other seminar leaders?
That's another great benefit of this program. I think I'm building some really good professional and social relationships while here that I hope can also amount to some joint research projects, which will be just great.
Are there other people here who are doing technology and ethics projects that relate to yours?
Well, Joe Carvalco, for once,
Sure.
is also doing a course on technology and ethics, and it was really wonderful meeting him because he has way more experience than I have, and also in fields of law, which I particularly do not, so I find that's an interesting intersection between us. But I guess also Dan Tigard, who works on moral responsibility and conflict, which is very pertinent to the field where I work in, so I hope that we can also work a little bit further in that.
And he's also about to take up a position that's focusing on technology and ethics, so there's a little theme emerging here.
Absolutely, and he's going to be much closer to where I am right now in Aachen, which is just on the border with the Netherlands, basically.
Oh, very nice. So we've been talking about possibly having a European alumni get-together.
That would be really wonderful.
I'll be there if we do.
Okay, let's keep talking about that.
Well, thank you very much for being interviewed, and that's all.
Thanks a lot.
Thanks a lot.